All right. I think we're live. Maybe. Possibly. All right. Okie dokie. Do. What's up, everybody? Been a long ass time since I have live streamed. And felt maybe it was about time to do so. Gonna see if anybody else pops in. My old ass computer being as slow as possible. So we'll see. Alright. That. Okay. My camera's supposed to be pretty good, but it's really fuzzy for some reason. Or maybe it's just on my end it looks fuzzy. I wonder if I don't know. Yeah, it looks fuzzy on YouTube also. Weird. Anywho. So what I think I'm gonna do is make a lot of noise. Do some draw-rah-rah-rin. Make some more noise. Everybody loves that. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. Here yet. That's fine. Anywho, how's everybody doing? All right. I think what I'm going to do is I have to work on a piece for somebody, but I probably can't show it yet. So let's see. We'll work on this one. It's no secret that if you got in on the Steel Force box, that you got drawn into the book fighting Sensei Steel as part of the new Steel Force. So maybe we'll work on that. If I can get everything to show up. I swear. Is it the light? I guess that's a little better. I don't know. Shitty setup, I guess. Alright, so it's gonna look like I'm drawing through a potato, but we do what we can with what we got. So I'm just gonna block in Sensei Steel. figure out what kind of gear he's going to be wearing for sparring this. Gut wrap, kind of. Background. So this one is look it up because I forget. Outside. Totally failing at this guy. Sorry. Oh, there we go. All right. That one. Fingers. Because Lorenzo Rodriguez put him in. Focus. I know somebody said you can go in and mess with your camera. See if I can do that. That's any better, but okay. Doesn't look any better. It sucks. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me. Do, 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 do. It's a long shot, but we'll see. I got it. Anywho, back to doodlings. Grab 4 and find it. Continue too much noise. You're all welcome. Let's see. So I know that we have books coming in, hopefully this weekend. Or next weekend, I guess. And I believe around the 10th, I will be flying out to Jersey to sign books. And hopefully people will start getting them before Christmas. That would be ideal, but we all know how mail has been lately due to the vid. So I guess we'll just have to see. Hey, there's Mark Peregrine. How you doing, buddy? Yeah. Working hard, sure. We'll go with that. Oh man. How was your Thanksgiving, buddy? Hope you had a good one. Hopefully by Friday you will be receiving a package, which will be a check off my list because I keep forgetting to do stuff. Mark, are you able to see very well? Is the video shit as they say? That on my face. How you doing, buddy? I'm probably gonna have you being the one trying to ninja kick him in the back. Oh yeah, we had a great day. Started off at my mom's house. Haven't been able to see her for a while because she's old. And she was scared to get the shot. So we didn't do any family stuff last year because of all the hysteria. Which is fine. I'd rather her be precautious and still around than not. Because we just had a girl I've known not all my life, but we grew up as neighbors. And she passed away on Monday. And all I know is that she was on a ventilator, so I don't know if it was COVID or something else. But she was supposed to be 51 today, which sucks. She was good people. The quality is good. All right, good to hear. Must just be my 15-year-old computer. One of these days, I'll be able to upgrade. Oh, what am I talking about? Got six. Got 4 kids. Be lucky if I get an upgrade before I die. Wife and I went and saw the new Ghostbusters on last night, and that was really good. Really enjoyed it. was way better than that abysmal 2016. This one actually had a story, and that thing the first one had, which was a lot of heart. So if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. We got to see it as fast as we could because people kept spoiling shit. I still don't like it, but we'll go with it. Hoping summertime we can start looking for a house. Right now I'm like super hunched over in a super cramped area in the living room. And hopefully if we can buy a house with enough space, I'll be able to have an actual studio where we'll stretch out and do my drawing stuff. Draw, erase, draw, erase. Sent the link out to some art friends, so let's see if anybody shows up. Shelby will come in. Busy. What I don't have the big account with StreamYard anymore, so I don't know how many people I'll be able to do it. Have on with the free one. Oh yeah, Motor City would be great. I haven't been there in forever. I think the last time I was up there was late 90s. And Dave Finch, wait. There's a Motor City Con, there was a Novi Con. I can't remember which one was which. But it was in the late late 90s. One of them got to meet Rob Liefeld and Matt Hawkins. And I got my picture taken with the Glory model. And I think Guar was there. And I think the first one I went to was one of Dave Finch's first, because he had the we've been doing Cyberforce, but I think I'm gonna say like the Wetworks figures just came out. So my one buddy went and bought like all of them, even though he owed me money, which was a nice conversation to have later in the hotel. Yeah, and John's, up that way too, so I know Malin is, I want to say maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours from Motor City Con. I don't know, we talked about it a long time ago, back when we used to talk. Yeah, hoping next year I'll be able to do some shows that aren't just local. That's pretty much all I've done for like the last probably 15 years. I did a lot of shows in the 90s when I did some self-publishing with some friends of mine, and in the early 2000s I did a couple, but then I started having kids, so money went to that, and then I did a Wizard World in Philadelphia with Mark and John, 2011. It's where we all went to go see Green Lantern, and John fell asleep. Thought it was super boring. Then John and I did Wizard World Chicago in 2012. And then after that, I don't think I did another big show because I went through a divorce. And then my dad died. And then I wrecked my brand new car, all in that same year. I don't have all the bells and whistles that everybody else does, guys. I'm really sorry if this is boring. But I figured I needed to start doing some more content. Because I don't do a whole lot on the YouTubes anymore. And I know that's a big no-no. You're supposed to be on YouTube a lot. Tickle the algorithm, get people to know who you are. Now, normally I would be penciling this all in blue line. Like, I would literally just these shapes, and then I would have done that in blue line, and then just gone straight to ink. But we have a guy named Andrew Mangum who has done some, gosh, just a ton of covers for like Evil Ernie. Um, he's got a Kickstarter up right now for bringing back Razor, book from the 90s. Uh, he did a bunch of work for the Hatchet horror movie comic book series. Uh, he's a great inker, great penciler. And we just started chatting one day because we've been Facebook friends for a while. And I said, "Man, I wish I could afford you." And he's like, "Well, send me some pages." And he inked the mercenary part of the flip book for me, and I really liked what he was doing. And I think if all goes well, uh, we're going to have him on for Volume 4 as the inker, so I can just concentrate on penciling. But if not, you know, I'll ink it all myself. I just know he would get like a percentage of like we'll split the pages up, but I know he really doesn't sell a lot of his work. He keeps it, so I guess that just make my work even more rare. Oh yeah, def probably 100% drawn and inked before we launch, just because I know Mark has. He's going to try to do another 5 books next year, and if I wind up being in the fall again, that's fine, because it does take me a while to get these books done, having a day job. Um, but I know the first book of next year is going to be Black Owl, who is drawn by my buddy Greg Paulson. He lives across the river from me. I've known him for like, oh shit, 30 years, because I'm old. Um, but I've gone over to his studio, and I've seen pages, and it just looks really great. And Mark have got uh, looking top notch. Um, I think Mark's going to do a book that's been a long time coming called Loose Threads. I know there's Graveyard Shift stuff. I think Viking Wolf 2. I don't know what the status is of Sea Dog and Chlamydia Kill Switch, what they're going to do with that. Uh, if there's another one coming or next year or not. Then will probably be the last campaign of the year again, which is fine. Gives me more time to do stuff. You're crackling. Where's Scotty when you need him? Giving it all she's got. Yeah, with the books, at least with U.S. Assassin, Mark and I we're old friends. I you know trust him implicitly, so uh, we always try to have the book done before we launch. just because there's a lot of people out there that, I understand a lot of people can't do that, and that's perfectly fine. I just know that personally, I there's so many people out there bitching about late books, and that's something that Mark and I kind of pride ourselves on, being able to get it out relatively timely. Hopefully, everything gets to him in time. And we can get stuff signed and start doing the shipping. So I would love for people to have stuff show up before Christmas. Or I guess, before the year ends, that'd be kind of cool. Finish out the year with a fully completed campaign. But we shall see. See how the world of the mail goes. See, anybody respond to my invite? Nope, nope, and nope. That's alright. You can just be us. That's cool. See if Amanda P wants to come. Yes. Oh, somebody's knocking at my door. Hold on. Sorry. I was screaming at you. Oh. Sorry. It's all right. All right. And I'm back. Hey, all right. Ink spot.
Mike, you gotta watch where you put this link, because look what happens. Look what happens. You get
I'm
people
okay
like
with that.
me in here. How's it going, man?
Good, good. How are you doing?
Doing good. What are you working on?
This is page 1 of volume 4
Holy
of the
cow,
U.S.
is Ass in on 4 already?
That's right.
US Ass in?
That's right. And when I draw, I just keep thinking of your ukulele song of U.S. Assassin.
Yeah, I know.
So it
That
keeps
should be
me.
on your campaign. Should be
Yeah.
right on your campaign, man.
Yeah, we don't need no guy doing raps. We just need the
You don't need a
ink spot.
rap. You don't need no sample pages. All you need is my dirty little ukulele song.
That's right. Hey, we might have
Uh,
sold more if we had it.
you guys did all right, didn't you? How much did you do on the last one?
Gosh, I think. Well, hello, Andrea from Argentina. I think we're
Argentina.
at 45,000 right now.
That's pretty good, man. For
Well, the
now, I
last
mean,
one,
anyway, for like the economy and everything, that's pretty good.
yeah. Well, the last one was 60 days plus in demand forever, and it only made 16,000. So
Yeah, you're killing it.
yeah, right now we're at 30.
Murderizing it.
Yeah, moisturizing it.
You're murderizing it. You crazy. You're murdering it.
Let's see. Share screen. Doop, boop, boop, doop. Come on. Sorry, I have a ancient computer.
I'm gonna
Sometimes
drop
I still
this.
sometimes I still hear the AOL uh, dial up.
Oh, do you? That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Burr, 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 burr.
I
Or what
know.
did I can't even hardly remember it. I do remember it though.
Yeah.
God, I mean, kids today don't realize like how hard it was to be on the internet way back in the day.
Oh yeah, they don't understand how good they got it.
It's like you're just waiting for the page to load. It's like, oh, there's the top of the boob. All right.
Yep,
Oh, I'm seeing middle boob now.
that's right.
It just comes down to like a couple pixels at a time.
That's right. That is absolutely right. You've been there, you know.
By the time the whole picture's on there, your parents are coming home from work and you gotta shut it off. You didn't
That's
even get
right.
to the money shot. Never can.
And then it takes forever to shut off.
It's crazy how everything changed, right? Because it used to be everybody had their own websites and blogs and everything, and
Oh yeah.
nobody really looks at that stuff anymore. I don't think anyway.
No. Message boards.
Oh, message boards, yeah.
Yeah, that's how I met John and Mark and a bunch of the guys in CG.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
was on of all places the Rob Liefeld message boards.
Well, there was this. Someone did a video the other day that's saying that all anybody really looks at anymore, like artists for inspiration, is social media, and they're all only getting spoon fed the same inspirations. Like, if you notice, like a lot of artists, they've gone kind of stagnant. Everybody looks like everybody else now. So,
Yeah,
and it's because they don't get any. The social media, the algorithms are just feeding everybody the same stuff.
yeah,
So you
it's
don't get a lot of
ridiculous.
uniqueness. So you guys got to go to the library. You got to go to the old websites.
The
Like
library. Oh my god, I remember
go to
those
the
days.
library, man, for
Yep.
inspiration. Get a
Had
book.
to I had to sign in to use a computer there. Got like
Yeah. Oh
half
yeah, I
hour.
remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Oh crap, dude! I wonder if computers are gonna go away next. If it's just gonna be like phones and iPads.
God, I hope not.
Seems like
Uh,
it's going that way though.
yeah, I don't know. I'm a big fan of physical media
Me too, man.
because, like, we had it the other day where, the internet was out because they were fixing something. Well, what are you going to watch? I mean, yeah, there's the old who go read a book, but if you have physical media, you can put it in a physical Blu-ray player and you can watch a physical movie.
Yeah. Whenever I can't, like, that's what I hate about the streaming services. Like, you got to get like 10 of them, 10 different ones if you want to watch. Like, there's always going to be like, you decide you want to watch a movie, and it's like, yeah, it's not streaming on Hulu, it's not streaming on Amazon or
Yep,
Netflix. And then it's like, well, now I gotta get House It or whatever the friggin' whatever crazy new one's out right now, because that's the only place you can watch that. So it's like, now I got the DVD. I just
yep,
put it in there, man.
yeah, it's
Put it in
pretty
my
ridiculous.
my my Xbox, my PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's sad. Is I just upgraded to a PlayStation 4 last Christmas.
Yeah, I've
I've
had
been
mine for 6 years or 7 years, I think.
Yeah, I've been holding, I've been pinching all the
Oh,
life out of
I've
my
been
old
holding out.
PlayStation.
They're hard to find. Like in my town, in Arizona, I looked at every single store and three different Game Stops, and no one had the damn controller. So I had to like go order it online. I was like, "Are you freaking
Yeah,
really?" I mean, it hasn't been that long since PS5 came out. And there ain't no
Yeah.
way in hell I'm spending $1,000 on a video game. No way. Screw
No.
you guys.
That's so
No.
stupid.
I'll get a new tablet before I get a freaking $1,000 PS5. Screw that.
Yeah.
Plus, I really haven't played a game since Fallout 4. That was like the last game I ever played. So
I think, gosh, when I got my PlayStation 4 last year, I played that the Fallen Jedi video game.
yeah,
Uh,
was it any good?
and
I
then
never played.
I like wrestling games.
Yeah, wrestling games. Remember the Nintendo one, like the
Yeah,
WWF freaking. You could
the
be Andre
horrible
the
ones.
Giant. They sucked, but they were great.
They suck, but they were awesome.
They were so awesome, but they sucked.
Yeah,
You'd be
my
Andre
favorites
the
were
Giant, and his little legs just popped up and down, and he just run into and beat up everybody.
yeah. Well, my favorite was the Nintendo 64 wrestling games. Those were the best.
I don't think I was into Nintendo when N64 came out.
Yeah.
I think I gave up after Super Nintendo and then came back in on like PlayStation 2, I think, was when I started playing video games again a little bit. So
Yeah.
Nintendo was over by then.
Well, I was living in a college town and everybody was playing GoldenEye, so I had to go get one.
I keep hearing about that game. That must have been like one of the first like shooter kind of games.
Oh yeah, first person.
Yeah.
It's weird though because you could give yourself vertigo if you played it too long. Like you just start feeling sick.
I get real vertigo now because I'm an old man.
I know it sucks, don't it?
Like, I picked up a sink at work over my head, and then I just like got all dizzy and almost passed out.
Yeah.
I was like, "What's going on?"
It's like
And
I
then
just
they're
want to go
like,
flight of
"You just
stairs.
got
Why do I feel
vertigo."
like I'm having a heart attack?
And then they did like 15. No, I think it was $14,000 worth of tests on me, like scans and everything. They're just like, "Oh, you just have vertigo. Well, what do you do about it?" We don't know. We don't even know why you got it. Okay, later. Sent me out of the hospital, still staggering. Like that's great. This is
Thanks to
great.
the Doctorville for not telling me anything.
Yeah, I think you know what I think it was is because when I first started streaming, I had just those ear plugs like go inside your ear, and I
Yeah.
think they jammed a bunch of wax into my inner ear, and I think that's what because I haven't really had it after I switched to just like regular headphones. So
Oh yeah. Yeah, I bet. That's probably what I need to do is
so the
get
stupid
the,
cheap earbuds cost me like 14 grand in doctor bills.
send the bill to the people that made the earbuds.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. I think they were generic ones that came with my telephone.
There you go.
My
Yep.
telephone, my telly.
Tell you.
Is my volume up too loud?
No, I think you're fine.
All right, cool. I can't tell. I'm using that voice meter banana thing, and so everything goes through there now. Voice meter banana. You
Voice
never heard of
meter.
that? I got
No.
all my audio running through it. It's like a digital mixing board thing, so,
Oh, cool.
and it's free. It's free. It helps me not to sound too homosexual.
You're gonna need more than that, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I gotta kick. I could kick the bass up, but then no one would recognize me if I wasn't lisping all the time.
They just sound like you're Cecil's cousin now, so that's all.
Cecil's cousin, his little cousin.
Hello.
Hello. Oh man. So you guys are already on book 4. Holy cow! You guys have to. I wonder, are you guys like the most in Comicsgate right now, or is there anyone that has more than 4 books?
Maybe Zach's book. Uh, what the hell is the name of it? Not the
Zach has a
Expendables,
book
but
that has. Oh, you mean Jawbreakers?
Jawbreakers. I think
I
they
thought it
might
was only
have
on.
more volumes out, but
Oh,
I
I
think
thought it
that
was only on 3 for some reason.
Maybe, I don't know. I only got the first one, so
Me too. I only got the one with John Malin and Kelsey Shannon story. I
yeah,
didn't understand the second story, so I was like, I
yeah,
liked Kelsey Shannon's artwork, but I couldn't follow the. I was like, I don't know what's going on. This is a crazy story.
yeah. I was kind of disappointed because that kind of like I never knew about Kelsey before that, and so when they did the Norris Saga book,
Yeah,
it just looked really rushed and sloppy compared to what he did for Jawbreakers.
yeah, that's sad because he's like I seen his colors and I was like, oh man, this guy's a great color. And then I seen his artwork and I'm like, holy crap, this guy can do anything. So hopefully he just gets his own book. I mean, so he
Yeah,
can
that would be
just
nice.
put out some awesome book, man. But maybe he can't write. Maybe he's not a writer. So I don't know.
Well, I think Norris Saga was his, I thought, but
Oh, did he write it too?
I think so. I don't know. I only got like the first issue of those, and then I gave up because I was like, there's no reason I should be getting, I should be getting the book before my pledge, to Red
Yeah.
Rooster shows up. So I was just like, I'm out.
I mean, honestly, I liked Red Rooster, the story. I thought it was really good. But the art to me did feel like like some pages to me felt like they were just layouts with some ink, like
Yep.
ink layouts and with some color on them. And so I was
Yeah,
like,
really, really
for
weak.
waiting this long, holy
Yeah,
crap! I thought I was gonna get like the artwork that was in the campaign page, not this scratchy stuff. I mean, which
yeah,
would I guess it would be fine, like if it was back in the old days and it was just like a Dark Horse book or something, and it was just a
yeah.
20 pager. But not when I spent like I think I spent like $100 on that campaign.
Yep.
I was just expecting more. Like I was expecting all the art to be like in the campaign as advertised, but at least we finally got it. I mean, there's some stuff we're never
Nothing was as
there's
advertised with that campaign.
there's some stuff we're never gonna get, like never ever. So we'll never
I
see
just
it.
feel I just feel bad because it's like it soured me to anything else that comes out from them.
Yeah, I won't buy anything else, even though I like the story. I liked the story in Red Rooster. I like the villains a lot. Yeah, I dug the villains. I was digging the story too. So, but yeah, it's if it would have came out on time, they would have had a second and third campaign probably, both
Oh,
six
yeah.
figures, real high.
Well,
Yeah,
if it had come out before the Walmart deal,
exactly. Yeah.
that's what killed them.
Well, the thing about Charlie's London is going to be printed and put out on retail, but not until everybody's been had their books first, and that's how you have to do it.
Yeah, she did it the smart way
Yep.
because she's smart.
That's going to be my first comic book that's out in mainstream. Well, not, but you know what I mean, retail. So that's pretty cool that I worked on.
Yeah, because you did.
I
What
did
did you do for
children's.
that?
I did the colors on it, and then I was on a pretty tight deadline with that, so I actually subcontracted Billy Basco to do some
Okay,
like
that's what
five
I
pages.
was brain farting on because I'm like I could have swore I saw Billy coloring that.
Yeah, I had like a really because I got Cash Grab late, and Cash Grab was running way late, so Cash Grab ran into Charlie's London, and so I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to get this book done. And then I tried, and a lot of those pages were taking me like 15 hours to color because they were so detailed, and I was
Yikes.
trying to do like a really good job on it. And so
Yeah,
I used to be, and then I was kind of a little bit threatened by Billy Basco because he was kind of stepping in my territory, like same similar style, and I'm like, oh man, who's this bastard? But then it's like I'm not gonna get this book done. It's like, all right, I need help. So who can do it in a similar style to me? Only Billy Basco. So I call, and then me and Billy became good friends after that. So I was like,
yeah.
all right. So I got a hold of Billy, and he did 5 pages of it for me. So
Awesome.
yeah,
Well, see, and that's what's cool about the community is you need help. It's out there.
Yeah, and he was able to match my style fairly close. It's not exact, but pretty darn close. So I was impressed. I just had to show him like a couple little things, and he had it. So I was like, all right, maybe this guy ain't a wiener gobbler after all. Maybe he's not. I don't know. It's
Yeah, the
okay
stuff
if
he's
you
done
are one of those.
for Goblin Girl is amazing.
Oh my god, that book looks so beautiful, man. Dan Plagle and him together, they're like their stuff just matches up really well. So,
Oh yeah, I say it every chance I get. I say that Dan is my favorite artist in CG
oh wow,
because there's something about his style that outside of the obvious, it's got that kind of whimsy to it,
yeah.
and the way he's able to do like facial expressions and stuff.
I
So yeah,
don't know who my favorite artist is. Well, probably Dale Keown, but he hasn't
yeah,
really put out much yet. I mean, if I had to pick one, it would be him or who else? Rockfort, probably.
yeah. Rockport's good.
Rockfort is. I like his colors a lot, like a lot. I love the
Yeah,
way he
he chooses.
colors.
He's got some really unique choices that he makes.
He is able, like, because I can't. I'm a watercolor artist, and I cannot get even close to my watercolors with digital. Somehow he gets the right tone, color, shit, everything like perfect. Like it looks like watercolor. So it's very impressive because it's hard to do, especially in pixels. Because like I could have three different monitors, the same picture on all three monitors in Photoshop, all color calibrated, and it's going to look different on every single monitor. So being able to get just that right color, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Impresses me anyway.
those crazy Europeans and all their talent.
Those Europeans. Hate him. Hate him. He ain't European, though. I thought he was Filipino.
Rockaport?
Isn't he? I thought Kenneth Rockford was European. No, not European. Filipino.
Well, maybe I don't know. I thought he was
Huh.
French.
Weird, man. I'm going to have to look it up now.
Yeah.
My flatter is from the Philippines. I know that. There's a couple other people. I also like that. I don't know if it's a guy or a girl that's doing Tiger Blue and that's going to do that manga Lily book for Ethan. You know which one I'm talking about? I think they're from Mexico,
Oh. Well,
but they do
Danger Vanessa
like
says he is Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
Do you know
see,
who is
I
gonna
don't know anything.
do? Do you guys in the chat know who the artist is on Tiger Blue is, and the one that's gonna do Ethan's Lily book? They're amazing. It looks like their work is almost like vector. It's pretty amazing what they can
Oh
do.
wow. Yeah, I try to keep up, but I can't.
Oh
Oh,
no, it is.
Jose
It's a guy,
Garcia.
Jose Garcia. That's right. Amazing talent. Like
Vanessa's on it.
I
Thank
figured
you, Vanessa.
she would know what it was. Yeah, holy cow, his work is great. I'm working on a children's book, and then I'm working on my Inkslayer project. I was gonna get out of comics completely, but I can't do it.
Hold you back in, didn't it?
Yeah, I love comics, man. It's hard to get away from them. But I'm gonna do it. I just need to get some other things out there too, so I can actually make money. But yeah, I can't ever leave comics. Love them. I love them. They're too much fun.
Yeah, that's why we fight for him.
So I'm trying to do like three different things at the same time. I'm doing some art licensing. I'm doing a children's book, and I'm doing my Inkslayer and Metal Mayhem Rock Boy project at the same time. So, but I am doing a more. It's gonna be less hard book. I don't know how to. It's gonna be more like a cross between like comic book style and my children's book illustration. It's gonna be a little softer, and it's gonna be probably all ages. So
That's
we'll
cool.
see. I know those don't usually sell, but that's how I draw. That's like what comes out of me naturally
Yeah.
because all my influences were like children's book artists early on. So
Well, I mean, my writer Mark Colton, he has done like I think 3 or 4 children's books,
has he?
and he does the art for him most of the time, and he's
Oh
got
wow!
that kind of
I'll
style.
I'll have to look that up, man. I
Yeah.
didn't know that about him at all.
He did a book with his son called Pizza Tree, and then he did 2 books, 2 volumes of Cat Named Haiku. And
Hmm.
in the second one, there was a tier where you could get your kids drawn in, and I got my kids drawn into to the book.
Oh, did he crowdfund him?
Yeah, I think this was a long time ago, so this was on Kickstarter.
Yeah, most of the children's book stuff is on Kickstarter.
'Cause I
Usually,
don't
it's
even think he knew about.
pretty dang hard to fund a children's book. Usually,
Yeah.
no, I had a hard time. I had like 3 failures. So
Hey, what's up, Sam?
I think one
Sam
of
is
my
in the
I
his
only
alley.
got $14 on one of them. I think I was like, I should probably give up though. That was before I was very good though. I had high hopes before I really knew the fundamentals. So
Yeah, I thought for sure the bright lights of the 90s, I was like, oh, I'm going to make it. And I was like, no.
what's up, Sam? Sam. Hello, Ink Slayer. I'm looking at a lot of children's book illustration right now, and a lot of them are all like really similar styles right now. And it's got to be that
Yeah,
whole thing where they're just all seeing the same influences over and over. It's all
yeah.
like the painted style, but you know how they kind of there's no lines. They just do like the silhouette, and then they paint inside of it, so it looks
Oh,
sort of
yeah,
vector, sort of painted. It's like
yeah.
every single new children's book artist is drawing like that. It's like, yeah, it was cool when one person did it, but now when 50,000 children's book artists are drawing like that, it's like, you gotta find
Well,
your
I
own
mean, look at
style.
animation. It went from like really cool. Oh, what was it? What was it? Sunbow did like G.I. Joe and Transformers, and then
Yeah.
there was the company that did like Thundercats and stuff, and then it became like everybody looks like orbs.
Orbs. Oh, yeah, you talking about like that what is it's like that it's a horrible style. Like yeah, they did like Thundercats and they did some other cartoons like that. Just ugh.
Yeah,
Adventureland, is that what it was called? There was just a
yeah.
few of them that were just
I will
stupid.
say there's an anime that we're watching on Netflix right now that Arcane.
Yeah, I
It's like
saw that on there.
yeah, it's really cool the animation that they did with it because it looks like the art you would see in like a video game book, like where it shows you like the designs and the drawings and stuff, but like they animated it and it's really cool.
Huh. Yeah, that sounds cool. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to get some inspiration. After I don't draw for like 3 or 4 days, I feel like I lose something and I gotta get back into it, man. I
Oh
gotta get
yeah, you gotta. Hey, it's Mark.
Mark Polton,
Yeah,
primetime Polton, baby.
prime time.
Mike
Fine.
was telling me about your children's books.
Yes. Where is? Na, 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 na.
Yeah, all these people draw the same. It's annoying. It's
Yeah.
annoying, man. Get your own style. Holy crap.
Come on, people.
The sad thing is that's what all these illustration agents, you get to get a children's book. Yeah, like in the mainstream, you have to go through an agent because publishers don't accept anything directly from you.
Yeah.
You have to go through an agent, and so but all the agents, all their artists, or they pick all the artists that look exactly the same. It's like You would think as an agent you'd want to have a stable of artists like with all their own unique little niche that you could sell to different publishers, but no, they
That's,
have all the same artist.
you know, I sent you the link,
Pro,
Mark, if you want to come in.
but I'm guessing they do that so like if they get a job and they're like someone's like I want this style, they can go, oh, I'll just shoot it over to this other person. It looks exactly the same.
And unfortunately, everything gets imitated to death, so that's why you have to make it new.
For a while there, everything was like that vector style. Like every single, like everybody just found Adobe Illustrator or something. It's like, really? You all look the same.
I actually miss some of the very first kind of computer coloring from the
Like
old image
the
days.
in
I
the
thought some of that
90s.
was some good stuff. It
Yeah, I mean,
didn't.
I miss like when they would do the watercolors. They'd have the acetate over the watercolor paper, and they'd do like the watercolors on there. That was
Oh
kind
yeah,
of cool. That made some really great color effects. I don't know how it went from that point on to print,
magic.
but just whatever system they used, some of that stuff was really beautiful. And then you had like the '90s where everything was candy.
Yeah,
Everything was candy.
yeah. I don't know. For like the last 15 years, like all of Marvel stuff, it just has like a magenta hue over everything.
Well, they had one. Who was it? Eisner? Is it Eisner? Eisenoff? I think
Aizamov?
it's Eisenoff
Yeah.
came along, and then that was one of those things where everybody started mimicking him. So you went from very bright colors to a lot of desaturated colors and almost grays, no real bright colors for a while, and yeah, so you get a really great colorist that comes along, and then everybody mimics him,
Yeah.
and
Poorly.
then everything. Yeah, they don't do as good a job as he did, and then everything just looks the same for a while. So it's just a trend. It's a trend right now. But he was one of my favorite. I mean, when he did the Wolverine covers over Joe Quesada. Do you
Oh
remember those
yeah.
Wolverine Origins covers? Holy moly, they're gorgeous. And then all the stuff he did over Jay Lee for the Dark Tower, and oh, that was some really beautiful stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, look at the caliber of artist he's working with too. I mean,
Mm.
that doesn't
Oh
hurt.
yeah, he's like top level. I always wonder what a colors like he gets, because I know what I was offered to go to the mainstream, and it wasn't very much. It was like I make more in comics gate. So like if you're a top guy like that, I gotta hope that you make pretty good page rate. I would hope so, but
Yeah.
never
Like
know.
Alex Sinclair, I would hope he makes
Yeah,
decent.
but I think he does a lot of digital paintings and stuff now. If I'm not mistaken, I think I looked him up, and he was doing a lot of his just all the art himself. So
Yeah, I think a lot of a lot of the DC guys that were surrounded by that Jim surrounded himself with have had to find other work since DC is in shambles.
it's kind of sad, uh, but also not because I mean I wouldn't have been able to work on comic books because I could never crack the door in the mainstream, you know.
Yeah, me either.
So now I'm able to work on comic books, and I got to work on some big comic books that made a lot of money. So that's pretty cool. Get to brag about that a little bit.
That's
I
right.
mean, how many people can say that they've colored Cecil's balls? Not many people can, but I
Jesus,
have. I have colored Cecil's balls. So
I am so sorry.
and his diarrhea. I've colored Cecil's diarrhea. You'll see. Maybe.
Oh,
I don't
he's
know if you'll.
shit.
I don't know if you'll see, but we'll see. Maybe if you ever get the book, you'll see.
I'm sure somebody I know will have gotten it. I didn't, just because.
Oh, they won't get it. We have no one's got it. No one's gonna get it. Maybe they'll get it. Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't want to spread rumors that people are actually gonna get a book.
yeah.
No, but
What's up, Eddie
uh,
Winkler?
it is a Cash Grab has a pretty funny damn story. Cecil did a good job, and he had an editor on it that went through and helped him rewrite some stuff. So
Oh, that's
it's pretty
good.
funny. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, he's a
And
funny guy. Just it took me a while to warm up to what he was what the shtick was.
yeah. Also, like he took like I made some color choices, and he actually took my color choices and wrote those into the story. Like it changed the story, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Where's your story assistant credit?
Yeah, man.
That means I get more money, right?
Not how it works.
Oh, thank you, Eddie.
Yeah, I went way out on some of those pages, like painting the backgrounds and everything, and but towards the end when we got a little rushed, I just had to get the work done. It still looks really good. I just wish I could have put in some more Easter eggs and stuff. I was
Yeah,
doing that at the beginning. I was putting like a lot of little Easter eggs like everywhere. Like people in the crowds were all wearing John Malin shirts and all I put Starlight Cats on a billboard. I did a bunch of stuff in there.
nice.
Expendables are in there. But then towards the end, it's like, oh, I got to get these pages done. So I
Yeah,
wasn't able to put as many Easter eggs in there. But hopefully there's some. And Donald added a lot of fun stuff in there too. So he drew in a lot of Easter eggs. So I think people like Comicsgate that are Comicsgate people and know all the old Comicsgate lore, they'll get a kick out of it. Like all the stuff that's in there.
yeah. Oh wow, check this out. Boom. That's my brother.
That's your bro?
Yep.
Cool, man.
LB, little bro. That's me. What's up, buddy? It's probably crazy that he got a notification that I was live. Had to like dust off my stream yards.
Yeah, I haven't used mine in a while either.
Yeah.
I
Well,
was
I was
doing
like,
those. Oh, go ahead.
no, I was just saying I had paid for it for a while, and then it just got to be like, why am I paying for something that I never use? I always
That's
wind up
what I
just
did
going on
too.
other people's shows. So
Yep, me too. And then I was doing those songs, and then it's like, but I had to go ahead and just wipe it because I'm trying to do some mainstream stuff again, and so I don't want some SJW pulling that stuff up, and then, like if I get a job and trying to get me
yeah,
fired off it or something. So it's what you have to worry about because social media is forever. So
yeah,
if I get a
it's
if I get a contract, I'm gonna have to be very careful.
yeah. My day job, they watch everybody, all their employees' social media like a hawk. So I had to like delete like any reference to them, so I could just
Oh,
not
really?
have to worry about it.
I quit my day job, man. I'm working for myself now, so I don't have to worry
I
about
wish I made
that
enough to
part.
do it.
It's
Oh,
scary, man, because like if I fail, I fail.
there he is, the moral compass, Mark Bolton.
What's up, guys?
Whoa,
Hey,
what's up, man? We were
well, I
talking
just
about all kinds of
thought
stuff.
I'd do a drawn stream and act like I'm doing something.
He's just trying to prove to you that he's working. He's trying to suck up to the
That's right.
boss.
I mean, there's no spoilers. It's just everyone knows that he's in the book. So
What are you? I'm sorry. I had I had like three windows playing with the stream. What are you drawing, Mike?
it's page 1.
Oh, okay.
So And I already got asked by Bat on my face. He asked, which one is me?
Yeah.
I said, you're probably the one that's behind him, ready to ninja kick him.
Nice.
So he'll be the one that takes the biggest beating.
Yeah, he
I
was
was
telling
surprised.
me you did a couple of children's books on Kickstarter a while back.
Oh yeah. That was a long time ago. I did a book called A Cat Named Haiku. Um, man, what year was that? It was
My
probably
kids were
like
little, so
yeah, I think it was. Oh, I think it was like 2012, right after I stopped doing Hawkman at DC.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that I was there when like the lean years of crowdfunding. I think our goal was like $1,500, and we like raised 2,000, and we were ecstatic, like we
Over the
couldn't believe
moon,
it.
yeah. Yeah, I tried to
Little
do
did
two
you know.
different children's books on there, and I like failed miserably. I was telling him I think one only did like $14. I was like,
Oh.
oh man. But that was early days. That's before I knew how to draw. I didn't
Well,
know
that's why
how to use
you should
social
pick Mark's
media.
brain because he's been there.
Yeah, and then yeah, there was a time when I sort of just stopped doing comics because all the publishers I would pitch to were telling me all my stuff was 290s, and there wasn't an audience for it. So I was like, oh, comics doesn't want me. So I started doing children's books, and I had a line of children's books with about pro wrestling, and
Oh,
then
nice.
my son and I we did a graphic novel, Pizza Tree, that did really well. Um, and then Comicsgate happened to you know we were fortunate enough that happened, and uh, a book I've been working on with John for, man, it was like almost, I think, like eight years.
Yeah,
Yeah, Graveyard Shift finally happened, and no looking back ever since then. We've just been doing book after book.
Pizza Tree rings a bell in my head. I've seen that. I think I must have seen that somewhere.
Oh yeah, I used to like post about it all the time. Chase and I actually we got nominated for a Ringo Award, and we're at the award ceremony for it at the Baltimore Comic Con. We lost out to
Cool.
DC Girls United. Chase was
Oh
pissed.
no.
yeah. That's weak.
Yeah, he still complains about that. He was like, "Come on, no one actually read that book."
Yeah, I tried to get into the children's books, doing some of the trade books, but the best I ever got was a couple of educational books. There's ones like they give out at school and stuff to teach you how to
Hmm.
do math and read. So, and then I was about ready to get out completely, and then Comicsgate came along. So, and now I'm going back. Now that I learned a few things, a thing or two. So, I'm gonna try to just write and draw my own children's book again. So,
That's
give it a
awesome.
shot. Of course, it's
Yeah.
about monsters who eat
Uh
their boogers. So,
huh. That sounds like it's right up my alley.
yeah. Starts out, it's just they're trying to convince this monster not to eat it. That's the name of the book. Please don't eat that. And all these different monsters keep coming along trying to convince him.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's gonna be fun. It's fun. And then I'm trying to get into licensing. You ever try to do any of that kind of sort of thing? Where you
Well,
get images on pot holders and things like that? Or
uh,
t-shirts, hats.
no, never tried that. I mean, we licensed the character, the mercenary for U.S. Assassin, but that's a little different.
Yeah, see, when you do it, when you're an artist and you try to
Hmm.
do it, you like sell like a group of images that are all real similar
Hmm.
theme. Like right now, I'm doing like rock and roll animals. So I got a bunch of animals playing different instruments and singing. So you make like a group of similar images, and then you try to get a licensing agent to get
Hmm.
interested in them, and then they sell them to put on products and stuff. But the good thing about doing that, sometimes it's a little boring, but I had a rooster that got put on a pot holder, a yard sign, and a couple other things. And I made like so much money off that one
Oh,
image.
that's awesome.
So yeah, so it's like there. It's very hard to get into, but you can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And if you can get something like that, that can fund your other endeavors if you're trying to do comics and stuff. So that's what I'm hoping to do. Branch out, and then I can still do comics and still make money.
Oh yeah.
Since Cash Grab only comes along every 8 years or so.
8 years. That's optimistic.
I know. Cecil. Silly Cecil.
So how was the movie, Mark?
Well, you know me, Mike. I like, John still talks about how I'm the only person who liked the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie. So I enjoyed Resident Evil. I never go into anything like expecting much, and if it just
Gotcha.
entertains me for like 2 hours, I'm happy. Chase was scared out of his mind.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm actually surprised because Chrissy's not home right now. I was like, hey, do you mind if I go on a stream for a little while? And he was like, I think I'll be okay.
Yikes.
Yeah, he's funny. He lifted his feet up because when we were at the theater and put him on the back of the chair in front of us because there was like no one in the theater. And I was like, you can put your feet down. He goes, no, like he was afraid something was going to get him.
That's funny. Yeah, we saw the new Ghostbusters last night.
Yeah, we saw that last week. That was fantastic.
Yeah, oh man, so good. That's what should have come out.
Yeah, the whole family saw it, and all three of us loved it.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing it now and then. I couldn't get my
Definitely a
wife to go the
tearjerker.
other night, so we're going though. I don't care. We're going. I haven't been to the
So
movie theater in a couple of years.
what would you rate the compared to the other ones, the Resident Evil movie?
It's definitely better than the later ones, I think.
Yeah,
I mean,
like the first one.
Yeah, the first one. It's not as good as the first one, but I think it's better than some of the sequels. This one's more horror, I think, where the other ones were, I think, more action with some horror elements. But this one was more straight up horror.
Gotcha. Doesn't this one follow the game like a little bit better?
I have no idea. I haven't played a video game. I mean, besides the ones that Chase hands me and I die instantly. I haven't like legit played a game in like over 25 years, probably.
Mark, don't say that too loud. You're gonna age yourself, man.
I never could follow those Resident Evil movies. I never understood what was going on because I didn't play the game at all. So.
Oh, they got really convoluted towards the end.
We're running from these things. I don't know what's going on. And there's a bunch of clones of her. I don't know what's going on.
Well, what I hated about the Mila Jovovich movies was like it would end at a certain point and it would not pick up where it left off. Like it would almost be like that last movie didn't even happen, or it happened off screen, and you're just like, but that's what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
Do you have some? You drew your children's books yourself?
I drew the pro wrestling ones, and I did I drew the third volume of A Cat Named Haiku.
Oh, there's a third one?
Yeah.
I want to see your artwork. I never saw your artwork before.
Cool. I'm an okay artist.
Mark's a great artist. Don't stop doing that. I'm okay.
I'm looking. I'm Googling you right
now. Here's my dog. They've been kenneled up with me all day, so everyone's home now, so they're happy that it's somebody other than me.
I see Pizza Tree. I've heard of that one before.
Pizza Tree, I was supposed to be the artist. I actually drew the entire book, and I liked the story so much. I was like, we need a better artist. So I hired an artist. Well, someone introduced me to an artist, Ryan Onorado, who actually does all the pre-press for probably everybody's book in CG now.
Really?
we made the mistake of recommending him to people.
That's why he's so busy.
Yeah, and he looked at the artwork and said, "Oh, your style's pretty similar to mine. I'll just ink over your work in my style." So, Pizza Tree is kind of a combination of both of our art, but more his. But yeah, I drew all the wrestling books, and I drew third volume. I'll see if I can find anything. I did draw a couple short stories, comics. There's a pro wrestling indie series called Headlocked.
Okay, look
And
at this.
I drew a couple stories for that. I'll see if I can find them. I'll share my screen if I find something.
Mike, share this right here. What I just found.
Oh yeah,
a cat named
wow.
Haiku. $299.99.
Dang.
Well, holy moly!
I'm wealthy. I have a whole case of these.
Woohoo! Look at
I was gonna
that.
say sorry, Mark. I'm selling mine.
That's a big dollar book there, man.
Yeah. I'm sure no one's gonna buy it.
Wow, that's good art, man. I like it.
Thanks.
That's like what comes out of me, like when I'm not coloring comic books. It's just cartoony children's book stuff. All my influence were children's books when I was growing up. So I wish I could draw more like Mike. I wish.
Oh no, you don't.
But I can't. I can't do it.
Aim higher, Ink. Aim higher.
Aim higher.
This is all guesswork.
And then you drew a samurai cat with a samurai sword.
What is that? A page from Haiku?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Dexter Weeks. I didn't draw that one.
Oh, you didn't draw that one. The Possum edition. Yeah, I remember when I tried to crowdfund it. It seemed like it was pretty hard back then.
Yeah,
really hard. Just getting like a couple $100, you're like, whoa! 10 people want it.
Yeah, no, I was thrilled when I raised like $2,000.
And now he's like Scrooge McDuck jumping into his big bin of money.
Just rolling around in U.S. assassin money. Rubbing. John Malin bucks all over himself.
These books cost a lot of money to make.
Oh yeah, they do. That's what someone else was saying. It's like you gotta make $40,000 just to publish the damn thing, you know. So, well, I guess the shipping is really.
Shipping is nuts,
especially overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody likes that. Nobody likes shipping overseas.
So Sim, he takes his books from Canada, ships them to the U.S., and then has someone over here ship out, and I guess it saves him a bunch of money doing it that way.
Huh.
He ships his books in bulk. He gets them printed in Canada, and then he signs them all, ships them to someone in the U.S., and then they ship them out from there. So that saves him a bunch of money somehow. So. Mark, you're a big talker, huh?
Oh yeah. I'm still looking. I'm looking for my
For your
my
for
kids
your,
book artwork
yeah,
that I
I
can't find
do want to
anything
see
on.
that.
Mark Peregrine said, Mark, just wanted to say thanks again for getting my Graveyard Shift 3 damage books replaced.
Oh, no
Awesome.
problem. That's what I'm here for. Customer service, man. It's crazy. So uh, John has me as the contact for Graveyard Shift if there's any problems, and he sent out an email maybe a couple months ago that said fulfillment is done, and I don't know if he didn't specify which campaign or what, but we got like 100 requests in one night to the.
Like,
To
what
the
the heck?
I was like, what did I wake up to?
I'm going back to bed.
And some of the people were, asking for their tracking for Godlike, and I was like, that book's not going to be done for over a year.
Yeah.
Are you doing some of the writing on that, or
I'm
editing,
writing one of the stories for the supplemental book.
Oh, okay.
I'm writing the Western that the cover is based on. The guy with all the arrows sticking out of him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Cool.
I haven't started that yet, though. Today I was finishing up Viking Wolf 2.
Viking Wolf.
I found something, Mike, that you can share if you want. Some of my example of my kids' books.
Oh yeah.
So this was one of the wrestling books. Eddie Edwards, he wrestles for Impact Wrestling. He was part of a tag team called the American Wolves. So we did a parody sort of American Werewolf in London.
Nice.
See, told you he's a great artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have a publisher on this one, or was this all self-published stuff?
Yeah, it's a small publisher called Seven Horns, and they published all of my pro wrestling books.
Cool.
But I actually do way better now, just crowdfunding. So I don't think
That's what everybody says.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be working with any more publishers.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. I gotta get an agent, but I've been hitting up a couple of more conservative publishers that are like, I found a few that weren't so woke. The problem is, like, when you get like like, I just want to write an entertaining children's book. I don't want it to be preachy or try to push an agenda either way. You know what I mean? And a lot of when you're trying to get just a publisher that's not woke, what you're going to end up with is a conservative publisher that is trying to push an agenda. And it's like, I don't want to do that either. I just want to put out a children's book, you know? It's like, I don't really care, you know? I just want to put the book out. I don't want to push, I want to entertain, not push an agenda. So,
right.
I want it to be fun. I want people to just look at it, oh, that's a fun book. Looks good. It wasn't too horribly written. That's why I have to write children's books, because if I try to write a real one, people would just make fun of me. It would be too horrible. I'm writing nothing over 1,000 words. It ain't happening.
Every issue is going to be like the G.I. Joe silent issue. No words.
When my comic comes out, like, it's a silent comic. There's no words in it. Only sound effects.
So Mike, books should start arriving Tuesday.
Tuesday, nice.
Yeah, it was weird because they sent me an email saying that they were delayed until December 8th, and then like 2 days later I got a shipping notification. But I guess it was just the collected edition that is delayed till the 8th. So we'll see. And the two foil cover books are coming from a different printer. I haven't gotten an estimated delivery for them yet.
Gotcha.
You doing all your own fulfillment?
Yep. Yeah, I actually maybe with the exception of Viking Wolf, I enjoy doing it. Viking Wolf, I printed an oversized book, and you couldn't use a Gemini mailer for it, and just the I guess I'm so used to just like you just turn that Gemini mailer and it's assembled. These little boxes for the oversized book, you have to fold up each side, and it took a lot of time. Plus, I said, oh, I'll have rolled posters instead of doing mini prints, and rolled posters were were a pain.
Yeah, his fingers
Never
look like this afterwards.
Yeah, never again will I offer a rolled poster as
Did
part of
they
one of
all
my
get
campaigns.
damaged or?
No, I haven't had any complaints about them getting damaged. It's just the time it
Rolling
takes to
them up.
roll them and put them in I put them in like
Tube.
those little plastic sleeves that you push in both ends, and it was so time consuming.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. I think we're doing it. Oh, I think we're doing we're doing magazine size, but I think
yeah.
they make a Gemini mailer that is magazine size. So
Oh, that's nice.
I hope. I hope so. Everybody's telling me horror stories. Like I'm arguing with my other two guys because I am terrified of international shipping. It's like I just hear so many horror stories, so it's like I don't want to know, just U.S.
I've thought about that a lot. I was like, I wonder if there would be any like backlash if I just offered digital for international.
Yeah,
It's
It'd be
something that I think
easier.
about a lot.
Save
yeah. I
people a lot of
mean, they'll
money.
pay the
Yeah.
same for the book, just but how would you confirm that it's like so? If you made the digital tier cheaper without the shipping on it, how would you make sure that only international people bought it, not people in the
Well, I mean,
U.S.?
people in the U.S. I guess could buy it too, but um,
I wonder
can
how
you?
that would work, how it would go
Yeah.
down.
Can't you just pay a Cuban girl to roll a poster like a cigar? So my family told me what they were going to help me. I actually paid my son, gave him in advance, and he put some
Nice.
labels on boxes, and then he figured that was enough work. And my wife is more busy than me, so yeah, I had no help except for Mark Yoon. He helped me for a day.
Sorry about the
So
giant crash.
But
don't let it happen again on your own stream.
Um, for U.S. Assassin, I'm trying to get everything done in advance. Like I put all the boards in the bags, and today I started putting all the stretch goals in the bags too.
Oh, nice. That's smart.
Yeah. So, and when the books come, I'm going to try to sign them before Mike gets here, and then as Mike signs them, I'll start packaging them up so we can get a huge shipment out the first weekend.
I'm just gonna get a stamper.
Yeah. Hey
Stamper.
man, just the best advice I ever got was shorten my signature. That's what John told me before we fulfilled the first graveyard shift, and I just made a P.
You have a lot of books this time, right? This is your biggest one.
uh, yeah. Well,
For
for
U.S.
U.S.
Assassin.
Assassins, it's definitely our biggest. Um, there's uh, there's two versions of the main book plus a black and white version. There's the collected edition, the script book, and the Mercenary Bazooka Dog flip book. So there's six different books in the campaign. So it's going to be
A lot to keep track of. Huh?
yeah yeah. The probably the hardest thing is like the add-ons, but a lot of people complain about add-ons, but it's not as
Yeah.
difficult as people make it seem.
Yeah, they're just whining. Stop it.
Put up or shut up.
I wonder if Cecil's gonna have John Malin fulfill Cash Grab.
Well,
And
he's
then if
got the
John Malin
flask, doesn't
fulfills
he?
it,
Yeah, John has
huh?
the flasks already. Um,
Oh,
Yeah, so I don't know. I would assume, but
Who knows?
yeah.
I think it's still going to be a little while further printed. So.
I expect nothing less from Cecil.
Or more. Nothing more, nothing less. Just expect nothing. I always email him and he'll always tell me something, but usually whatever date he tells me, it's like 3 months from that date. Okay, you said September.
Huh. Okay. I love you. Yeah.
So when you did children's books, were you able to make a living off of it, or was it just pretty hard to?
No. I've always had a day job while I worked in comics. Even when I worked at DC, I still kept my day job. I just like the security of a steady paycheck.
Do you get any royalties or anything from the Hawkman stuff, or?
Yeah. Every now and then a royalty check will show up. They actually last year someone from DC tracked me down. They had lost my contact information or my direct deposit information, and they needed it so they could send me a royalty check. I think it was only like $100, but hey, I'll take a free $100.
You need them to put your storyline in a movie or a
Yeah.
video game, man.
Yeah, man, that'd be awesome.
Get some of that video game money, man. That's where the bucks are.
Well, didn't they introduce Hawkman in that one TV show they had?
Oh yeah, Legends of Tomorrow. He was yeah. They didn't incorporate anything from the short run I was on. But
did you make any characters or anything?
Yeah, we made a couple new characters for the run.
Oh, I'm sure only one person pockets the money for that.
Is it only the artist that gets that? Or?
So I worked on Hawkman with Rob Liefeld. So I don't know what Rob's deal was, but I'm sure. So I scripted over Rob. Rob came up with the stories, and then I added all the dialogue and narration and stuff. So yeah. If you ask Rob would probably say that my part wasn't as important.
So you're saying Rob Liefeld wrote Hawkman? You were just there for your good looks.
Man, that was probably like one of the hardest books to write because, like, after the first issue, I stopped getting feedback on like where the direction of the story or anything. So I just started making up what I thought the story would be, just in case anything went sideways, and Rob left the project. At least I could say, hey, this is where everything's going. So I just started incorporating stuff into the script, and I started hiding like all these like Wildstorm like Easter eggs in it. And then one day I saw like a review, and it was this Wildstorm site, and they were like, "Oh, the Wildstorm universe still exists," because like one little detail I hid in an issue.
Nice. It seemed really weird to me when DC bought Jim Lee's company that they didn't do more with those characters. I would have thought they just really ran with those because he had some good characters. They could have really did some cool stuff. My favorite, especially Grifter, is such a cool character. Didn't they do a couple things with him, or?
Yeah, he had his own during the New 52. He had his own series, and Rob took it over at the like halfway point. But like all the books that Rob inherited, they were like DOA by the time he he took him over. But Grifter now is like a main character in the Batman books now.
Oh, good. Well, at least they
Yeah.
did something.
Yeah, there's this one Batman title, and I guess it's just like a collection of short stories every month, and Grifter's like one of the main characters in it.
Huh.
Now they just need to bring back Wildcats,
Yeah. Yeah,
Small, all of them.
that
Voodoo, all
Wildcats
that.
series that they talked about with Grant Morrison and Jim Lee, what a disappointment that ended up being.
Yeah. One
One
issue.
issue.
The series of one issue.
Mm.
Well, it's easy to buy the collected edition.
Yeah, that was disappointing. That was, I don't know.
It was real. I mean, I remember being really shocked when I heard that Jim Lee went to DC. I was like, "What?
Yeah.
That's crazy." But they must have offered him like a truckload of money or something.
Yeah, they must have. I think they offered him that because he was set to become the editor-in-chief at Marvel. Marvel offered him the job first.
Oh,
And
wow.
when DC got wind of it, they they backed up
Made a
the
better
Brinks
offer.
truck. Yeah.
I'd have
dumping
rather
money
had
in
him
his
at
lawn.
Marvel, really.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I just think his style's better suited to Marvel.
Well, I think the X-Men would have got more love over the last few years too.
Yeah.
How do you ruin the X-Men? Holy moly, that franchise was built up so well, and then
I
it
know.
just
Well,
Yeah.
turned it into
they get rid of Chris
garbage.
Claremont, the guy that
Then they had to
basically
take
built
the
it from.
manliest character that there was and make him gay on the moon. What's going on?
Yeah,
Stop it.
pretty stupid. Yeah. Oh. Crack the back.
I hate that thing that they do with like they'll take like Spider-Man and then they make all these variations of Spider-Man, and then Wolverine, and they have all these different variations of Wolverine. I don't just make new characters. We don't need
It dilutes
10
the character. It dilutes the
Spider-Mans.
importance of the character.
Yeah.
I don't like it. That's all I'm saying. I mean, there's so many ideas out there, but I wonder if like writers and stuff don't really want to, because they know they don't. They make a new character. They don't. It's not theirs. It belongs to them. So
Yeah, I'm sure everyone's wanting their piece of the pie.
and I hear especially Marvel ain't too good about. Don't like get the royalty checks and stuff like you do at DC. So
Yeah. Well, I was watching one of the earlier streams of Ethan's, and he said the difference between the royalty check from Marvel and from DC is Marvel he could probably go out and buy groceries, and DC he could probably buy a car.
wow. I mean, he did a ton of new characters for X-Men, and then like X-Men and Green Lantern, he did so many characters. That was just the type of books they were. So
Yeah, he was part of a historic Green Lantern run
my
with Jeff
favorite
Johns.
comic book of all time. I read it every single year. So that's how I got back into comics, because I was out for years, and then when I
Yeah.
saw his Green Lantern Rebirth, I was like, oh man, this is cool. So
I was super happy that Hal was back because that was
oh yeah,
my Green Lantern.
such a great story too. Just read it all the way through, and it's like, it's so good. It's what comics are supposed to be.
Hey, what's up, Edwin?
Peace.
Oh man. Sorry, I'm pooping out, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so
That's
used
all right.
to getting up early and running kids. Of course,
Yeah,
it doesn't hurt that the wife is
I got-
finally home and go spend some time with her.
I got up to a flat tire on my work truck this morning, and that was fun. I couldn't get the spare off because it was underneath the truck, and the truck was flat. So
Oh, that doesn't.
it was a big old fiasco.
Was it a Ford?
No, it was one of those Chevy work vans, and
Uh,
it's just a dumb place to put a spare tire because if your back tire goes flat, you can't get the spare.
that is so dumb.
Yeah, sucked. It took me like 2 hours. And then I couldn't get the tool to like release the tire underneath, and so I just got mad and I put a plug in the flat tire. It's like I ain't even gonna bother. Put the tire back on.
So I
That
have one of
was
those little
disturbing.
power plug-in tire pumps.
Yeah.
If I can get it inflated long enough to get to a gas station to put some fix-a-flat in it, or
Fix the flat. No, man. Just get a plug kit. Spray it with some soapy water and just push a plug in there and you're good to go. My father-in-law is a painter, so he has a bunch of big compressors, so I got lucky there. I didn't have to wait for like 3 hours for a little tiny one to blow it up.
yeah.
You get one of those, and it's like you can go in the house and watch a movie and come out and tire's still not blew up.
That's true.
The day job. Are you still doing the day job, Mark?
Yeah. Yeah. I work. I inspect rental properties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when I got that job, I didn't realize that had the potential to be dangerous.
Oh, wow. What, like going in attics and stuff, or
No, I end up in some sketchy neighborhoods. I've had a gun pulled on me. I've been threatened with a baseball bat. I was like, I'm just here to make sure your landlord is keeping your place nice.
Holy cow. Well,
But
I
yeah.
did that once. They gave me the wrong address because I used to work for
Oh,
a
boy.
management company.
Uh-huh.
So they sent me out, and it was a sketchy part of town. And so they said, "Oh, no one's going to be there. Just go ahead, go there and fix the hose because it's outside." So I went there to work on it, and the guy just walks out the door with a big old gun, points it right at me, like, "What the hell are you doing on my property?" And I'm like, so and so from the management company. I don't know them. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
boy.
my god. So I got my clipboard. I said, look, I have a work order. And then I was able to prove to him that they gave me the wrong address. So I called her. I said, you almost got me shot. She goes, yeah, it's a bad neighborhood. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks.
Yeah.
They actually did that to me a couple times. That's scary stuff.
Yeah, the first time they let me go out by myself, I had a few in this one complex, and the first door I knock on, the woman answers the door. She's like, "What do you want?" I was like, "I'm here for the rental inspection." It's like, "We don't have no rental inspection." I was like, I mentioned the landlord. I said, "Yeah, we confirmed it with him 2 months ago," and she goes, "You're not supposed to be here." And I said, "No, I'm serious. The landlord knows about it." And she goes, "No, I mean, it's not safe for you to be here."
Whoa. Whoa. Did you get out of there then?
I was like, I'm going to just put this as a no entry and move on to my next one.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did one where they give you keys at the rental place and they say it's vacant, just go in.
Oh, yeah.
And so I went in one time and there's just like 3 kids sitting on the couch and they're all freaked out because this guy just walks in and their mom had left them there at home by themselves while she was at work. And I just walked in on these poor kids and they were so scared, and same thing, the place wasn't vacant and they had it marked out as vacant. So yeah, especially in Arizona, everybody carries a gun here, so it's a little scary.
Jeez.
Well, my new job is a little dangerous because I do inspections and maintenances on alternative sewer systems, and they're all down like the sides of mountains and stuff. Like, so I gotta
wow.
crawl down there But a lot of these, the lids to them are just a flimsy plastic, and they're hidden a lot of times. So if you step on one, you just fall down into this gigantic 1,000-gallon tank. You could break your leg or something. So a
That's
couple of
crazy.
them I almost fell in already. It's like, oh, so this is how I'm gonna die. Falling
Oh,
into a septic tank.
yeah, we in at our house in our backyard, we apparently had an old septic tank that we didn't know about, and grass had grown over the cover for it, and we had my son's swing set up right over it. And one day, my wife went in the backyard with my son. He started running towards his swing set, and she noticed a big hole in the ground.
Oh,
That old septic tank, it caved in, and
yeah. When they take those out, they're supposed to fill them full of sand.
yeah, they didn't, and I was
Oh man.
responsible for getting that filled. I think I needed like 4 tons of gravel to fill that up.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Whenever you don't use them, they're supposed to come in with a dump truck full of sand and just crush the top and then fill it
yeah,
at level. But yeah, I've had a few of those here. We live in an old town, so sometimes they're not even like septics. They'll just like someone built a wooden box and just covered it with dirt.
oh,
So like the tops will rot
uh-huh.
and it'll be like 20 years and then someone will just be walking, they just fall in, like the whole top just collapses. So we get that around here a lot because people were crazy back then. Back in the 70s, man, they just did stuff. They didn't get inspections or nothing. Yeah, there's a few of them. I even get scared, like, because I'll take all the tops off, and then I'll have all these holes, and just knowing that there's all these holes that I could fall in kind of makes me
Oh,
nervous walking around,
jeez.
like watching where I'm going. And a lot of times I got to get down there, like if there's a bad pump or something, I got to get down there with a big hook and grab the pump out of there and stuff. And a little scary, but at least I'm working for myself again. That's nice. I don't have any boss to yell at me or anything, so
That's always good.
yeah. Just now got back to that. This is my third week where I'm working for myself, so that's pretty cool. Quit
Nice.
my old job, piss my old boss off, so that was fun too. He used to like, oh, like he would just like send me on these horrible jobs, and I'd tell him like, man, why are you sitting? He'd just be like, is what it is. So when I quit, he's
It
like
is.
all mad, and that's what I said to him. I said, well, here's what it is. It
Nice.
felt good. Felt good. I gotta tell
Not
you,
bad.
it felt good. This is what it is, man. Well, he was getting me super cheap, like, because you know how labor rates are right now. So you got new guys starting at what I was making after working there 23 years. So it's like, dude, you got to do something for me here. You got this 20-year-old that doesn't know anything, and you're paying me the same as him. So didn't want to do it, though. So. But I guess that's what they don't think about with these new higher labor rates and stuff. So
Yeah.
all of us old guys, we kind of realize we're worth
I'll
more
wait
than
till
that.
Mark comes back, but I think we're
Gonna quit
gonna
it,
end it.
huh? Some family time. Tomorrow's my
Yeah, spend some time with
23rd
the
wedding anniversary, so
wifey poo.
we're gonna go hiking or something tomorrow. I think for married 23 years tomorrow.
Oh
Oh,
wow!
congratulations.
My long haul, man.
He's still alive.
Got married when I was 19 years old. So
Dang.
something tomorrow. Probably go up to Sedona or something. Mike was saying he was gonna end it. He's gonna.
Yeah, I gotta head to bed.
No problem. I told Chase I would just be a little while. He's upstairs, probably freaked
Hiding
out that
under his
zombies
Probably
are.
covers.
terrified.
Scared the poor kid to death.
Yeah.
I never got
Well,
scared because I watched horror movies when I was like 5 years old, like Freddy Krueger and all those. And
Yeah.
I always thought they were funny. I
I always got
never
scared
got
because
the
my brother
horror.
would always terrify me. he'd like set my alarm clock for like the middle of the night, and it'd go off, and he'd run in, and he'd be like, "Ha! Devil's gonna get you, Mike!" And I'd be like,
I used to do that to my sister and my brother with after they watched Chucky. I would always put dolls on the end of their beds and stuff. It would freak them out.
No, I hate ventriloquist dummies. That's like my one fear.
They are creepy looking, man.
Yeah.
Especially those old antique ones.
"Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
no,
those old ones."
Blush on the cheeks.
There was some horror movie from the 70s that I remember seeing the commercial for when I was little, and it ended with the like ventriloquist dummy turning its head and saying something like, "Don't worry, it's magic," and it just like freaked me out ever since.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna call it, guys. Thanks for
All right.
coming in. I
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem.
it. Helps me, oddly enough, work a little bit faster. So, but
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna try to do these a little more often. Probably not on a schedule though, but draw what I can that isn't a spoiler.
Sounds good, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
All
Have a
right.
good night.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Later, chat.